G'day there everyone, Daniel Anderson here. Now there's been a lot of talk about can Copilot access content that it shouldn't be accessing. So if an employee asks a question, for example, what is the salary of our CEO? Is it going to return that content to the user that's prompting Copilot? Well, the answer is no. Well, the answer could be yes, depending on whether they've got access to that content. So it's all dependent on whether the user that's generating that prompt, asking their new assistant the questions, whether they've got access to the content as to what is returned back. Now, Microsoft are introducing this functionality or this feature that is called restricted SharePoint search. Now, the idea of restricted SharePoint search is that it allows you to disable organizational-wide search and restrict both enterprise search, so just the normal search that we ordinarily use day in and day out inside of M365, and the Copilot experiences to create this curated set of SharePoint sites of your choice. So additionally, whether you've enabled enterprise search or restricted SharePoint search, users in your organization are still able to interact with files and the content they own, or that they have previously accessed in Copilot as well. So restricted SharePoint search is going to be off by default, and if we decide to enable it, Copilot and non-Copilot users are going to be able to find and use content from an allowed list of curated SharePoint sites that are set up by admins. Now we can have up to 100 SharePoint sites, and it honors the site's existing permissions. The content from their frequently visited SharePoint sites uses OneDrive files, chats, emails, calendars, and things they have access to. Files that were shared directly with the users as well, and files that users viewed, edited, or created. So in addition to all of that, Copilot users in your organization are going to see some messages on their Copilot experiences along the lines of, your organization's admin has restricted Copilot from accessing certain SharePoint sites. This limits the content Copilot can search and references when responding to your prompts. So that's what this restricted SharePoint search is going to do. Now, if you want to take advantage of something similar right now, there's actually a feature, and this goes beyond Copilot anyway, and has always been there. We do have the ability in our SharePoint sites to actually remove certain sites from having the ability to be indexed. So we're going to have a look at that right now, and is something that you can do right now and disable this so that results or the sites or the content from within these sites aren't available in the search index or the enterprise search. Okay, so we can see here that I'm on just a SharePoint team site. Secret Squirrel is our site. Let's have a look at how we actually remove this content or this site and the content within this site from the index. All right, so we go to Site Information. We go to View All Site Settings. Now, there's an option here under Search for search and offline availability. Now, when we click inside here, we've got this option here for indexing site content. So you can see the description, specify whether this site should be visible in search results. If a site is not visible to search, the content from that site and all of the subsites will not appear in our search results. Pretty much the same impact of what we were talking about around our restricted SharePoint search. That is some functionality that is coming out as well. So we can now turn this to no, and then what we can do is click OK, and then what's going to happen is that site and the contents and subsites is going to be removed. As we saw, I'll just jump back into here, and we can see that's now going to be removed, and the content is not going to be visible in search results. So that's how we can do that right now. Jump into your site admin if you don't want a particular site and the content of that site to be available in search results. And obviously that extends to Copilot right now as well. Then you can make that change to your sites. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.